What is up, guys and gals? My name is Mr. Moose, and today we are doing a little Farming Simulator 2017. We're back on our map, Pine Cove Farm, which is our ag farm, and today it is harvest day. Now, if you recall from our last video, we started off our day way early in the morning, and we're on day 3 now. And we did a little bit of fertilizing. We messed around with the BGA. That was about 6 in the morning. I've since fast tracked time. We're now at 1:30 basically in the afternoon, simply because it was time to do a little bit of harvesting. I could have done some other videos, but I thought, we've done enough work. It's time to do some harvesting. There's other stuff that needs to be tended to on the farm, but let's go ahead and get the harvesting done before we do some of the shovel work and things like that. Now, the silage that we did earlier last week, that has fermented and is ready to go as well, so we can put that over into the mix station, make a little TMR. So at some point we're basically to the point where we can go get some cows and bring them onto the farm, but we got to have a little bit of money. But the money is rolling in. Just in the last few hours, basically in 6 hours, I brought in just around $18,000. I guess it started off when I loaded up the game save. I had $14,000, and that was 6:20 in the morning. I fast tracked time to 13:27. As you can see, I've got $32,000. So the little things that we've got going on, like the making of boxes over at the lumber yard, and the bagged compost over at the compost facility, those little things are making a little bit of money here and there. So that's good. And then, of course, we got that stupid windmill that's making money. I'm still tempted to sell that thing, but anyways, that's where our money's at. If some of you guys who are sticklers for trying to figure out where everything came from, that'll give you your information there. All right, so let's go ahead and bring our header over here and drop it off so our combine will have one to pick up. I always do that. Always forget to switch onto that header. It's like it's an implement. If you hook an implement up, the implement stays highlighted on your tractor. If you because that's the last thing that was done on the tractor. But if you hook up a header trailer, it's going to go somewhere completely different. All right, probably maybe or going to be somewhere down in this area. I'm trying to figure out where the center of this field is. Let's look. I probably need to back up a little bit more. So just figuring out where I want my start to be for my route back to the yard. I am going to use course play today. I sort of like I've been tossing around. Do I want to drive the combine? Do I want the AI to drive the combine? But I've about decided I'm going to let the AI do the tipping, and I'm going to drive the combine today. So we're going to use course play for this. I'm going to have the tipper and the offloading of the combine done by course play. So we're going to go into combine mode, or combi mode, as some people will say. And we're going to record a course to the farm, and then we're going to go through the offload for the silos, and then we'll return back down here to the field and get that set up. I'm going to record this course to the left, making sure I leave plenty of room, so in case I had like a second tractor running, they wouldn't run into each other. It's kind of narrow right there, but I don't think they'd hit each other or have any issues. I don't know if that turn might cause some problems. It was a little wide. We'll come back over that. We'll swing out here like so. Come back around here. Stay pretty close to this. Yeah, I think I got plenty of separation on both of them. And we'll roll down through here. I'm only going to use one tractor, but I'm recording this. Who knows, maybe down the road I might use 2 tractors for this sort of operation. So I'm going to go ahead and set it up like so. All right. And then I think this will be just a good place to turn and come back to about right here. And we'll go ahead and stop our recording. And I feel like I got to sneeze. Anyways, if we want to save that course, we just come over here and we can say field 2 and 2 silo or 2 farm silo. And we've got that recorded and we can recall it and use it whenever we want. I still need to go get a trailer and all that other stuff, so we'll close this out real quick. Somebody asked me the other day in comments, how do you bring up course play? It's right click on your mouse button is how you do that. All right, let's go get our trailer that we're going to use for this operation today, which will be our Joshkin trailer that we got over here. I could have used the auger wagon and then also brought the semi out, tipped into the semi, and just made it as complicated as possible. However, just because the field's right here at the farm, doesn't really seem like that's necessary. And I'm only going to use one tractor because it just seems like we can get, you know, back to the farm and unload it in plenty of time, so as, you know, there'll always be a trailer ready to tip the combine. And so I really don't see a need to have multiple tractors either, so we'll just do it the way we have. Plus we only have one tipper, so I could probably go buy one at some point, but at some point I'll go buy another one and we'll use multiple tractors for this operation. But for today's purposes, we'll do single tractor. We buy, you know, as we start buying more fields and they're further away from the farm, then we'll definitely want to start looking at using multiple tractor operations and maybe, you know, using the auger wagon and the semi. So all right, let's go ahead and this guy behind here. Oops, sorry guys. Looking down to see where F was. All right. So let's head her down to the field and we'll begin our harvest operations. First soybean harvest. All right. Now, I've thought about this. I don't know whether I should cut headlands or not, but I think I'm going to. So let's go ahead and drop off the tractor behind us. And I'll go ahead and get this guy into position here. Yep. Looks about right. Right there. All right. So we can go ahead and unfold the combine, and then we'll go ahead and fold up our header, so that is operational. While that is doing that, we'll go ahead and set this guy up to do its job. All right. So we'll recall this. And we'll go combine, make sure that we're using the right course. We're using this one. We're doing farm to silo, which it's already loaded in, so I don't need to do it. And we are going to use, you can use automatic for this, but I'm just a force of habit. I like to actually manually assign my combines, so that way I don't have to worry about it finding it automatically, especially if it's on the upper end of the field. So I've had issues with that before. I don't have to worry about the offsets. That should be fine. Let's crank up the field speed to 18 miles an hour, turns, everything else. Activate four-wheel drive. I really don't know why, but we'll do it. Yeah, I think we're good there. Let's drive course. That should bring us to the little stoplight right here. And that should set and wait for us to do our thing. I didn't change any of the prompts on that, so it's set at 50%. So it's, you know, drive off at 50, drive over at 50. So, all right. Well, I think that's everything we need to do for now, other than get to doing our business. Pull her around over here. Miss that pine tree a little bit. I really don't think I need to do a headland on this particular field, but I'm going to do it anyways. So, all right, switch over to the tractor, fire it up. Come on in a little bit here. I don't know what is going on with my track IR, but when I look just to that forward post, and it's doing it on everything I do, it shudders just a little bit. I think I need to get a new headset to send a little bit better to the unit. I don't know why it's doing it. Driving me nuts. I gotta figure it out because it's really aggravating. I like my track IR. You guys know that much. All right, well, let's get our harvest on. So I do apologize that my video schedule's been a little bit off this week. I've had some things in real life that have kind of messed with me recording a little bit, plus just kind of been pulled in a bunch of different directions. And I'll admit it, I'm a gamer before I'm a YouTuber. I like to play my video games, I do. And so there's been a couple of situations that have pulled me aside. When I should have been recording, I was goofing off. Yeah, it's one of those things. Hang on one second. All right, sorry, had to sneeze. It was coming, it just took a while to get here. Yeah, Recon's wanting to get back into the whole LSPDFR thing, and because I mentioned the other day that you could do multiplayer in it, and he's all fired up about that. So I've been helping him, you know, working on getting GTA 5 back up and running with LSPDFR, and then working on the whole multiplayer side and seeing what works and what doesn't work, and trying to find the right solution and all that stuff with him. So kind of got wrapped up into that one day, and then I got into the whole Hemi put up a new 7 Days to Die server, because them guys wanted to play multiplayer 7 Days to Die with Cowboy and Chris P and Hemi and Chris D, and I couldn't resist that opportunity to get in there and play with them guys. So I jumped into there and burned a whole day playing on that with them. That I, you know, where I should have had a little self-restraint and did a little recording, but I ended up playing 7 Days to Die. And it was one of those where I was sort of thinking about recording that, but at the same time, with them guys just getting started and sort of learning the ropes and everything, and there was a lot of back and forth, and I just kind of was like, I don't think this will make good videos. So I still probably wait until the whole thing comes out, or 16 comes out on that. What else? Something else jumped in there and messed up my recording. Players Unknown Battlefield, got it over the weekend and have been playing a ton of it. I don't know why that game is so entertaining, but it really is, the whole battle royale. I mean, you can go around and never see anybody and die to the blue ring, and still just have a great time, because it's just sort of an adrenaline rush, because you don't know where anybody's at, and you can, I mean, death is right around every corner in that game, so it's pretty cool. Plus, just, you know, hanging out with the peeps and playing. I've been playing that with Casket Man and his guys, with Mobius One and Ross, and played last night with Rebel and Ross and Mobius. We had a good time. I think Mobius got top 10, top 5 actually on one round. I got top 10 on a round, which was really cool. I got 7th, which I think is the highest I've ever been. Or maybe I got top 5 in single player. I forget. But anyways, I'm going to try to get some stuff on that recorded. The trouble with that is sometimes a little vulgarity flies on that, which I already told y'all that. It's I think that game will make a nun cuss. It is it can be frustrating, but it's still a lot of fun. What else is happening? Oh, and then I drove truck last night with Cactus, which was or with Casket Man. Why am I thinking Cactus? That's weird. I should be emptying here. Here he comes. Couldn't get our pipe out and just kind of wait for him, because I'm looking at my numbers and I'm looking at that big huge wall coming up, and I don't want to run my my tinder into the wall over there and have it get stuck on a hill somewhere. So yeah, but last night I did a drive with Casket Man and his crew, which was fun. It was a nice change to be able to. Oh, I'm gonna have to change the offsets on this thing. Oh well, so much for thinking I had the offsets right. Let's see. Offsets. Give me the cursor. There it is. Let's see. Vertical offset. Turning side offset 9.3 meters. Do we want to increase that to 9.6? Yeah, let's see if that works. There we go. But yeah, I had a good time with them last night driving. I didn't record any of it. It was sort of just a nice, refreshing kick back, be back in the back of the pack, watch what goes on, and just enjoy the drive type of nights, and let the conversation flow. I didn't even say that much most of the night. At least I don't think I did. But I was just enjoying the drive, you know. But the good news is, for you guys, the highly trained and tattooed technicians from Mediacom have been working on my cable issue and believe they have it resolved. As a matter of fact, we ran some tests on Tuesday and things look really good, and I've continued to run some tests the last couple of days just to make sure that the numbers are holding, and it does look like they've got the numbers resolved. So I'll probably start live streaming again here pretty soon. Might even start with one tonight, depending on how my day goes. So we'll see. I've also started a little PT for my leg, which was a pleasant surprise this week when the doctor said that I should get started with that and set up some appointments. Though, man, I wasn't ready for how how butt kicking that is. Having not used it for a bit of time, it's just I don't know, it just seems like I was exhausted the other day after I did it. So that was another thing where I just planned on going to the doctor and coming home and doing some recording. I went to the doctor and came home, went to sleep, because I went to the doctor, did PT, and then we went to bed. I was tired from it. So a lot of little things going on. I'll try to do better. Try to get back in that recording swing. But like I said, I'm a gamer before a YouTuber, and so there are going to be times when I just get lost in another game and I don't do any recordings, just because I sit down and time flies, and all of a sudden I'm like, I can't be bothered to do a recording for YouTube. I'm going to play this game. And sometimes I think it's good for me to do that, just because if you I know if you're doing YouTube as a career and you're trying to make a living out of it, and it's what you want, if it's not your hobby, if you're trying to make it your career, you're trying to make it a money maker, you have to treat it as a business. You have to set your hours. You have to get up every day and keep the same schedule, so that with any kind of business, any kind of home-based business, when I did my own home-based business, that was one thing. You had to treat it just like a job. It was an 8-to-5 thing. No matter what you did, you always had to. My dad never understood that. He was like, well, he's at home. He can go do stuff with me. No, I've got to work every day. I got to get up. I got to, clock in just like I would if I had a 8-to-5 job. And I got to put in the hours. Otherwise, you find yourself all of a sudden broke because you didn't do the work. So, oops, I didn't press get on GPS there. All right. So, but yeah, so I mean, anyways, I should be recording every day, and I should be putting videos up every day, and I should treat it with a work ethic. But if you do that too, sometimes you may find yourself burned out, and you find yourself in a situation where it's no longer fun anymore. And I think every once in a while you just got to take that day where you say, forget it, I'm just gonna game. I'm just gonna have a nice fun game of not trying to think up witty things to say, and not trying to walk everybody through every process of this. I'm just gonna have fun and play the game. And I think at times you just have to do that. Alright, so that guy is cutting through the field. So I'll tell you what, let's bring up course play. Let's pretend he didn't drive through the field. And I am going to pause the driver. There we go. And let him sit there. I can't really control where he drives in the field, but what I can do is I cannot have him run next to the combine while I go up through here. So what I'll do is I'll make my turn, and after I make my turn and start heading back down the field, I'll let him restart, and we'll just assume that he, we'll ignore the fact that he's sitting in the middle of the field. We'll just say, okay, well, yeah, he was smart enough to drive around the perimeter of the field and didn't actually drive through the soybeans. You had that luxury, since it's all make-believe, right? All right, so we'll make our turn here. There we go. Lower that down. Yeah, we'll grab our course. And then we can start the driver back up and he'll make his way up to us. Get rid of that. Hide our HUD. Put our pipe out. Zoom out a little bit so we can get a screenshot for the thumbnail here. There we go. Work. And one more for a different look. I'll take the best of it. There we go. All right. That works. Well, anyways, looking forward, yeah, we'll start back with the live streams. If not tonight, definitely Friday, and get those going. And like I said, I'm probably going to mix the live streams up a little bit and maybe start playing some games that I wouldn't normally play in recorded content. And I've also been thinking about a couple of things too. As I've told you guys, I sort of want to make a transition over to Twitch and start building up a following over on Twitch, so that if the whole YouTube thing goes down the drain as far as monetary considerations, at least I could start building up a partnership over on Twitch. And so, you know, if I don't start, then it's never going to happen. So I am going to start sort of transitioning a bit over to Twitch, but at the same time, I'm not going to make it my primary. I'm still going to do the YouTube thing. Why? What? Hey, whoa. Oh, no. Why I was wondering why it acted like hired help was on. The hired help was on. Oh, I must have held the H down longer than the Alt. It's like, what is going on? Why is this thing not performing the way it's supposed to? All right, now we're going. I was also wondering where my GPS lines went to. But so one of the things I'm thinking about doing is my nighttime live streams that I normally do nightly. I'm going to keep those doing YouTube and Twitch. There may be some content though that I may question a little bit, because, you know, one of the things is I've always tried to keep this channel family friendly. I try to keep the swearing out of the channel. That's one thing I'm really, you know, a stickler for. But I also try to keep the content more family appropriate, right? But there are some games that I play that I wouldn't mind live streaming, but I just don't think they fit the channel. I might start streaming those exclusively on Twitch and going over there with those. Also, just because of some of the YouTube guidelines and stuff, they might get me in trouble with YouTube or whatever, you know. So I'm thinking there might be some days that I just do a Twitch only stream. So that's one of those reasons why, if you haven't followed me over on Twitch, you need to follow me over on Twitch. And I'll probably put the little thing up on YouTube that goes, hey guys, I'm doing a thing over on Twitch that I wouldn't normally do on YouTube or something, you know. I don't know, it's one of those things I'm toying around with, but you know, it is what it is. But you know, like I said, we'll still do the YouTube stuff. And for the time being, all my nightly stuff is probably going to be streamed on both platforms, YouTube and Twitter. Or Twitch. Man, my brain's in a whole nother world. I'll be honest with you, I hadn't had any sleep in 36 hours about. Can't sleep. Just One of the medications I took after I did physical therapies just got my mind running a million miles an hour, and I haven't been able to sleep. But I'm starting to get that grogginess. My eyelids are really heavy, all that other stuff. I'm going to try to get some rest. I lay down, and you know, for those who will send me helpful notes about, oh, you need to force yourself into this schedule and this and that. I know, I do, I really do. But you know as well as I do, there are those days when you lay down in the bed and you toss and turn and toss and turn and toss and stare at the ceiling, and then you just try to, like, you know, do the whole clear the mechanism thing and just think black and try to get a void going in your mind so nothing gets running through your mind, and it doesn't work. And you just sit there and your mind stirs on everything, and you can't get comfortable and you can't sleep, and you can force yourself to lay there and you still don't get any rest, because if you don't get into that deep sleep, that good deep REM sleep, you're not getting refreshed. And I've had a couple of days like that, so hopefully I can tire myself out today and get a little bit of rest, because I need it. And it could be the fact that I came home from PT the other day and slept. All right, so here he comes. Let's put that pipe out again. There we go. So we should get a pretty good yield off of this. We got our 3 fertilizations in, so we should get at least 90% bonus on this. Now we're not going to get the 10% simply because we didn't do any plowing, but we should get the rest of the bonus. So we'll probably get a couple of trailer loads out of this field. One would think, anyways. I mean, it is a sizable field. Hit the wrong button on my joystick. Yeah, come on up. Come on up to speed. All right. Yeah, we'll probably do some more forestry this week as well. You guys really seem to enjoy that video. It's got a lot of views, and I appreciate it. We'll get moving forward a little bit in there. Somebody asked me in the comments too the other day, you know, how come I don't do forestry with Recon and Zombie and Rambo and them? It's really just a scheduling thing. It's you know, I have life and I have things going on. Usually the time that Recon does some stuff, I will usually have something going on or whatever. So it's and his schedule fluctuates too, where you don't always know when he's going to start. So it's just a matter of getting our schedules together. I want to. It's just I haven't had to. I had some issues making sure the mods that he uses on his server, I had some issues getting them downloaded at one point as well. So I didn't have a matching set of mods for his server, and you know, because there was one day I was going to get on there for sure with him, and I just couldn't get the mods to work, and it was quite frustrating. But it'll happen. We definitely want to get on there and play together. So like I said, I'll probably do, if we get all the LSPDFR stuff worked out and get that role play server going, I'll probably jump on there and do some role play on that as well. I always enjoyed LSPDFR. It just became keeping up with all the changes and all the mods, and you know, every time GTA updated, you had to go back and redo all your stuff for LSPDFR and reload everything, and it was just such a pain to do. And getting the mods and everything, it just got to the point where it was just so overwhelming. But the whole idea of doing a role play server to me seems a lot more fun too, because the other thing I didn't like about GTA doing LSPDFR was it was just, you know, there was no interaction at all with the people, you know, with the characters and with the AI. Where at least if we do even the most basic role play, you can have a conversation, you know, and at least play off of one another. So that could be fun. We'll see how that goes. Alrighty. And then there's the whole getting back into multiplayer farming. Getting some of that streamed. So we'll do some of that as well. Lots to do, right? All right. What is that tractor gonna do down there? I'm at 46%. By the time I get to the field, I'll be at 50, which means it's probably gonna try to roll. And it's probably gonna run into that tree down there next to the field. Oh, there it goes. I didn't run into the tree. That's a good thing. Watch this. Let's mess with him. Oh, I'm leaving. I'm going over here. You'll have to do some circling. All right. There we go. Let's see. It is sitting at 63%. So maybe this time we'll get enough in there so he'll go deposit that into the silo. Maybe not. Geez, our yield's gonna be really terrible. Wow, only 81%. Huh. I'd have thought we got more out of this field. Go ahead and put that pipe back in. So today we'll harvest this field, work on this field. Tomorrow's video, I don't know what it'll be. Whether it be out ag, I might do forestry. I think what I'm going to try to do probably is do like a 2 and a 2 thing, like two ag days, 2 forestry days, 2 ag days, 2 forestry days, something in that neighborhood maybe. We'll see. All plans are subject to change. But the next time we're on this particular farm, we'll be harvesting the cornfield. We'll get our corn harvest done. Maybe one night I'll do a live stream and do all the plowing and all that stuff in a live stream. And then we can, in the recorded stuff, work on dairy and things of that nature. Alright, so I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Tell you what I'm going to do here. I'm going to shift that course And I can shift it on the other side as well, but I want to start going, well, if I do that, no, I'm not going to shift that course. I'll just come clean that little bit up later on down the road. There we go. I was thinking I would shift the course over a little bit so I got that edge, but I'd constantly be shifting it because when I came up the other side, I'd be off over there. So I'll just keep it like it is. I'll have that little bit I have to clean up. I probably should have set up my GPS to this left edge of the field first and then gone over close to the center and come up with the already defined GPS layout, and then I'd have equal spacing all the way across it. But I don't think this field is completely square, so it doesn't matter, or equidistant from the center for this particular header, I guess. It seems like even when I was planting it, I had overhang, so ain't no big deal. We get it done. %. Yeah, we'll be able to get to the end of the field before he thinks he needs to come visit with us. Yeah, I hit the right button that time. I have certain buttons on my key, on my joystick keyed to do certain things. Like if I squeeze the trigger and I press the top left button on my joystick, that locks in my GPS. If I press the pull the trigger and press the bottom right button, that lowers the combine head, or it lowers the front attachment on your tractor. Squeezing the trigger in the bottom left lowers my rear attachment. And then if I squeeze the trigger and I press the top upper right button, that actually turns the implement on and off. So in this case, it shuts off the combine, and I keep going to lower the combine head. And instead of hitting the bottom button, I keep hitting the top button, which shuts off the combine, obviously. I use that front implement so rarely because I don't use that many front implements, you know, in the game. But I use that, you know, start stop for the attachment or for the implement. I use that constantly. I'm more apt when I go to move my thumb over to that side. I typically move it up kind of high to hit that. So conditioned response almost type situation. All right, 90%. Jeez, I thought we might get like 3 or 4 trailer loads. 3 trailer loads out of this field. I'm shocked that we're getting so little. Hey, but we finally got 1 trailer load headed out. 40,000 liters of 47,000 liters of good old soybean, ripened soybean. I had some unripened soybean yesterday. I like me some edamame. It's good stuff. All right. Nice. Close that pipe out. Turn on cruise control, open your newspaper, start reading. But anyways, not much else is going on. Not much else happening. Alright, so we got to get the rest of this field done, and then we'll switch heads. We'll go up and do corn. We'll get that harvested. Then we'll do the planting process all over again. And after that, we'll probably set up dairy. And we're going to do, I don't know, not sure what we're going to put in this field, but I do know 5 is either going to go in potatoes or sugar beets. One of the two. Probably sugar beets. And the reason for that is I'm going to need sugar beets for the sugar factory mod that I'm going to add on to the game. And so might as well kill 2 birds with 1 stone, right? You know, I get enough sugar beets that I can feed the pigs with it, but at the same time I can also use it for the sugar factory. So it's probably what we'll do is do sugar beets. Easier to plant as well, in all honesty, because you do already have a planter that can put them in, whereas we'd have to rent one for potatoes, and then also potatoes take forever to plant just because you have to refill the planter so much. Probably going to be the sugar beets. And then once we get those harvested, then we can start looking at getting pigs. So, and then we should have a bustling little farm going. Bustling little farm going. All right. Well, there's not much else going on other than me running around in circles harvesting this field. So I think I'm probably going to wrap this episode up. And we will be back tomorrow with another one. As always, if you did enjoy this episode, make sure you smack that like button. I know it's a lot of the same thing. I'll mix it up a little bit. Like I said, in corn, I'll probably have the harvester. I don't know. You guys let me know. What do y'all like? Do y'all like driving the combine? Do you like doing the chasing? What is y'all's preference on it? Let me know. But I'll probably mix it up. I'll probably, for 5, we'll probably automate the combine, and then I'll probably chase it and go that direction. Alright, so we'll finish dumping into there. And then I'll clean up this little row, and then I'll go move over and do the big row, or the other quarter of the field, and get it done. But anyways, thanks for watching today, guys. I do appreciate it. As always, if you enjoy it, hit the like button, leave a comment below. Share the video with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you hadn't already, all that good stuff. And come back and join me tomorrow. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to do ag tomorrow or do forestry. I'm a little off the schedule just because I've had to take, like I said, I hadn't had a video every single day this week, but I will get back into that schedule. And I might do forestry tomorrow, and then we'll do ag on Friday or on Saturday. So anyways, probably do since the internet's up, I'll probably try to do like a daytime farm sim thing, like during the day on Saturday. See if we can't make that happen as well. But all right, enough rambling. Enough. I could do this all day because a million things will just keep popping into my head, and I just never will end the video. I think I've been trying to end it now for 4 minutes. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Stay safe. God bless y'all. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.